Fuck you.
Oh, there's my phone vibrating right off the bat. Right off the bat.
Did you text me before you got here?
Yeah.
I never get your text because when I'm down here, my phone's off.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Is that what you did? You apologize for the?
Yeah, I wanted to apologize for not having the USB thing.
No
Also, earlier I
problemo.
sent you a text that read, "My friend's got a girlfriend and he hates that bitch. He tells me every day." And I was pretty disappointed when
That
you
I didn't get back
reply.
to you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, man. It's been really busy.
It's all right.
Been really busy.
I had to jerk off so much.
We all do.
You did?
I didn't jerk off today. No.
Oh.
So why did
Now
you
I
say
regret
that?
it. Because I didn't.
You're
want
just
to feel like
lying.
really explaining why I was.
You're just
busy.
lying to all of us.
You could have just made something up. I got to take a big dump.
I did make something up.
What'd you
He made up masturbate.
Yeah,
He
like,
made
what?
that up.
do? Okay.
Do you need something when you masturbate, or can you just go like straight from your imagination?
Sometimes I can.
Any bathroom stall, or do you need like
Well, not
some
any
sort
bathroom stall.
I haven't tried that in a while, just from pure imagination.
You haven't done pure imagination in a while?
No.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
So what do you use?
Because you always have
It's
your.
hard
Because
sometimes.
you don't have a
internet-
computer.
You always have the internet on your phone
It's
and
always
everything
on your
handy.
phone.
He
so-
does the phone.
Just take the phone with him into the bedroom and spank one out with the phone
Yeah,
in
that's
one
what you
hand.
do. What else? I mean, I only have one computer in my house, and it's in the living room. And everyone's in the living room, so I'm not gonna be like, "Hey guys, just look that
You guys
way
just,
for a
like,
little
not
bit.
look this way for a minute.
Look that way for a little bit. I'm gonna be busy."
Need to clean the pipes.
Which brings up the second part. Do you need like some sort of be in a special environment? Like
Yeah, my bed.
You need to
You
be
need
like
to
No,
be
not
in
not
your
in my
bed?
bed. I mean, sometimes on the toilet,
I do toilet sometimes.
You ever
toilet.
done it standing?
Really?
Yeah.
standing in the shower. But I find it difficult, more difficult to do it standing up.
Mm-hmm.
I do too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really hard. It's super hard.
It is like pretty fun.
you gotta like really like.
You need to
Pound that
want it. You
mallard
need to
duck.
want it.
into the ground.
You need to want that when you're doing.
You
it
probably
in the
need more
shower.
than just your imagination at that point.
But that's all you got. You're in the shower.
Yeah, you
It's
can't-
not happening. You're gonna give up before you freaking fit.
How many times I've given up in the shower? This isn't happening. I'm done.
I'm just gonna have to wait till I get out and then shower
And
again
dry off
afterwards.
to make sure that nothing's still moist down there. Because if I go at it when it's like that, shit's gonna get torn.
Ugh.
You know what I'm talking about.
That's fucked up. You guys are fucked up.
Are you guys wanna
Ever.
go for a cigarette?
Right now?
Shut up.
Yeah, I kind of want to get soda, so I feel like if I leave, you're just gonna
What
like
the
you're just
fuck?
gonna say that like,
No.
oh, we'll just go
Are we
smoke
gonna
a cigarette
pause this then?
What the
It's gonna be
fuck?
the whole thing.
We
Yeah.
can in theory pause it because what we've talked about right now, it's nothing like ooh, it's crazy good
No,
stuff.
but some people could relate to it though.
yeah.
Pause
All
it.
those
But I mean,
Pause
we
it, let's go
literally just
smoke.
stopped
Yeah,
the
let's pause it
conversation,
then.
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
Oh. So, did you guys hear about the psychic midget that's on the run from the police?
No.
He's a small, medium, at large.
I hate that joke. If that joke was a person, I would punch them in the face.
Yeah, my grandma just got diagnosed with arthritis.
Cool.
Till there's a cure, she's got her fingers crossed.
Oh, God. Jeez
Strangely
Louise.
amusing.
Papa cheese.
Uh,
Anyone got any more bad jokes?
Yeah, my grandfather is on the run from the police for stealing Viagra. He's still at large.
such a shitty joke. That's like a really, really terrible joke.
I had a
Did your
near-
dad
I had a
tell you that
near-death
joke?
experience the other day.
Really? Tell us about it.
I went to go visit my grandparents.
Why are these all grandparents jokes? Why? You're a fucked up person. Do you hate your grandparents?
These are all just one-liners from my buddy's set.
They're not bad. They're not bad at all. It reminds me of like some Rodney Dangerfield style
That's
stuff.
that's his style. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but that
That
line
style's
is
dead.
done. It's
Yeah.
so done.
Yeah. Rodney's been there, done that.
Yeah, pretty much, man. And like, name another famous one-liner comedian. Go.
Mitch Hedberg.
Fair enough. No, you know what? That is absolutely correct.
But he's like
And
the
Steve-
alternative rock.
and
to
Stephen
to
Wright.
Rodney Dangerfield's
But like,
blues.
you're not gonna like go back and redo those guys. You know what I mean?
No, you're not. You can't go back and redo them. They had their own specific style.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Mitch
I'm
Hedberg
sorry.
was kind of a
fucking mic, by the way.
Mitch Hedberg was amazing.
I know, but I mean, he was more like he wasn't. He was a one-liner, but I wouldn't compare him to Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, it wasn't
No.
like punchline. It was like,
It was dry,
hey man.
but it was like
Yeah.
it was
Yes.
quippy and to the point.
Mhm.
yeah, that's kind of how Stephen Wright is too. So really, he
Yeah.
just like borrowed directly from Stephen Wright, who Stephen Wright probably
No,
was
they
influenced
both
by
had
it.
their
All
own-
comedy is one big train robbery at this point.
Fair enough.
I mean, and Carlos Mencia is the worst of them all.
Except Dane Cook. No one's borrowing shit from him.
No, there are.
From what I heard,
There
is
are.
he borrows shit from everybody else and doesn't tell them about it.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was a bit on Louis C.K. about that, where he was actually on like Louis C.K.'s show Louis,
Yeah.
where he's like apparently he stole a joke from Louis C.K. and didn't realize
Like
it or
years
something
ago.
like that.
That was like actually their therapy though.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like a real idea. Like they hadn't really talked about it until he talked to them about the idea for the show.
Mm-hmm.
That-
I think
that
it was a
really
great
happened.
idea for a show.
Yeah.
So there's something I
Let's
want to
take
talk
the next
about.
caller.
There's something I want to talk about. If
Hello.
Where are you calling from?
That would be-
Yes.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. That would be amazing to do.
what take calls,
Take calls.
and then we just make fun of the person.
No,
'Cause
like
that's all
call
I
in.
would do.
Call in with any question.
How big's your dick?
Not.
Next caller.
The jury's still out on it.
Oh, the jury's. This is about Jerry. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
The
shit
jury-
got weird.
Sorry, you
Shit
want to
got
talk about
weird.
something though?
Oh no, if you had to be in a threesome, and I'm talking man, woman, would you want the other man to be a friend or a stranger?
No comment.
Oh,
You're right.
God.
That was a terrible question. I shouldn't have asked it. Anyone
Look-
heard
look-
any good jokes?
Look it up. Look it up. Look up the other topics you came up with. You said
Oh.
you said you had topics.
Well, yeah, one of them was would you do a three-way with a stranger or a friend? And
Both.
why?
The answer is both. Anyways, let's move on.
The answer's both all the time, right now.
Whenever.
Are you ready?
As
for
long as I'm having
okay,
sex.
my answer
let's do
is
it.
that with a friend, it's gonna be funny regardless. It doesn't matter who it's with, what girl it is, if she's hot, if she's whatever. It's gonna be hilarious.
Agreed.
Stranger, it'll probably still be funny.
It
but
might
it'll
be even
different.
more funny.
What
with
if
a
you got to
stranger.
pick the guy? Who would you pick?
What do you mean?
I mean,
A
like,
friend?
I'm basically like someone says, "I'll have a three-way with you." It's a really hot chick, and the only way you're gonna bang her is she goes, "You have to bring another guy into it," and you
Well-
can pick any guy in the world.
DJ Qualls? Because at least
Who's
then
that?
I'd look
Why
semi-masculine.
do I recognize the name? Who's DJ Qualls?
The skinny guy from the new guy.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Qualls.
I would go with someone who like I know has a smaller dick than me. So Dave.
Ooh.
Oh,
How did I know that
Bring a
punchline before
friend.
you even fucking said it?
Can I phone a friend?
Actually, that is something to consider though. Do you want to be the more like you know what I mean? Like you're gonna pick somebody who's like disgusting over. You know what I mean? Like how are
Exactly.
know.
This is like one of those mind melting questions where there's like so much to
it
consider.
does have layers.
Because you'd go, I want someone that I wouldn't mind seeing fuck a lady with me, like someone attractive. But then you go, but I'm gonna be in that situation too. Do I want to be the weird fat guy with a hairy belly in the situation?
Well,
of
you
two
just
other,
take the other end then.
Are you saying I just go in the corner and
Well, it really
sob
depends on who the
silently?
other guy is.
That's that's happened to a friend of ours. Not sobbing, but he ended up just having to go in the corner and jerk off.
Wow.
That's true.
Wait, what?
Is there more to this
Because
story?
it
Like,
was funny and it was hard to perform.
Yeah, exactly. And they were a little drunk, which I don't think helped the situation. But yeah,
That's what I'm saying with friends. Like it's not. You can't just be like, oh yeah, we're banging chicks. It's
Oh,
just
so
like,
it was two friends going to screw a chick, and
Yeah.
one was just like, I gotta go
Yeah.
back here and jerk off.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's just it's just
That sounds like one of the worst situations to be in. That's like getting a stomach ache during a movie, and like Kevin be like, guys, I gotta take a break real quick. My tummy hurts. Like,
Do you remember that shit when GLC Godzilla? I've never like missed the previews of a movie, and I had to go shit so fucking bad as soon as we got in that movie.
you were so mad that you missed the previews. You were like, this makes the movie worse now.
I was really upset, dude. I just hit me, dude. You sit down, it's just like.
For me, it's
I'm
whenever
like,
I turn
oh,
on the
fuck.
shower for some reason. I turn on the shower and then I'm just
got
like,
pissed?
"Blah," and like,
Holy
and I'm like-
shit.
shit.
and then I'm like,
You
why
turn
do I
the
have to poop now? And I gotta.
That happens to me every time I walk into a bookstore. Barnes and Noble,
Ooh,
Borders,
Ooh,
whatever.
hey,
Seriously.
when video stores were still a thing, that happened to me. Seriously,
Like every time?
A
like
video
every time.
You
like
sad
I
as shit.
Yeah, like I would walk in and I'd be like, I'm gonna spend some time here looking
What are
through the
these
movies.
weird
and I'm just
poop
like,
triggers
oh
we
god.
have
It's just
now?
the smell of books.
Then I would
like
end up
brand new
getting
books.
the same
I
movie that I
walk
got,
into
I would 2 weeks ago.
I would walk into Barnes and Noble every single time, and do you guys have a bathroom? No.
Wait, Barnes and Noble.
They
has a
don't.
bathroom? Where?
Borders did.
Oh, in San Diego or wherever. the
or
fuck
Los
you were?
Angeles.
Los Angeles.
They didn't.
Remember?
And
I
every
used
time.
to poop at Borders all the time. You remember
Borders
that?
was the shit, dude, for bathrooms.
They had really good
Best
bathrooms.
bathrooms.
We'd
They
always
really-
look at the
really
Tri-state
poster,
area,
really good
best
books, too.
bathrooms,
the
yeah.
flyer board.
Yeah, the flyer board.
Did they give you books to read while you were in the bathroom? I think that'd be a clever gimmick. There's like toilet books.
That'd
that
be
are attached
clever,
to chains to
But
the
I'm pretty
toilet.
sure it had a sign that was like no merchandise.
Yeah. for a good enough.
It's called
reason.
red flagging.
Either-
You red flag a book.
And I think it's a good idea that they didn't like put books in there for you to read because Lord knows people would do terrible things to those books.
Yeah. No, they would.
Yeah.
They would.
I was at Kryptonite, the bar,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. One of the bartenders was talking about he was closing up, and it was like, it was Friday night or whatever. He was about to go home. And then he went to check the woman's bathroom, and someone tried to write their name in shit. A woman
That
tried to write their
fucking
name
awful.
in shit, and with their finger. You could, like, see the finger.
That.
How
oh my
fucked up is that?
God.
That's amazing.
How fucked up is that?
That
It's disgusting.
that's
That's someone who really wanted to leave their
They
name
didn't
on the
finish, though, he said.
they're like,
They were like,
wall.
damn it! I didn't
ended
bring
right
my
next to
marker
it.
today.
this is a bad idea.
Should use a nickname.
Should have abbreviated.
Should have just wrote my initials.
They also have a good bathroom. Kryptonite.
I do dig their bathroom, but mainly because I can't see how disgusting it is.
So do you
Yeah,
guys,
it's like really dark.
It's kind of like how Cronies is.
Do you guys wipe standing up or sitting down?
I partially standing.
Yeah, I like get
You
up
do
a
the
little
half-
bit.
Yeah, you have to
the
get
ha-
up.
the halfer.
You kind of have to get up.
I am a
don't see
maniac. I am a
I kinda
complete
like-
maniac. What I do is I'll
I just
stand
like
up
I just like tilt. I
and
don't
I'll
even stand
actually
up. I just,
turn
yeah.
around 180 degrees. It's like some kind of habit
and
of
face
mine.
the toilet.
I don't know why I do it.
fuck
I
is
catch,
wrong with you?
I catch myself doing it, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? It's just like some kind of habit.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I do the exact same thing.
Really?
You guys are fucked
110
up.
fucking percent. Do you fold or crumple?
I just crumple personally.
Do you
See, I
check?
fold. There's a difference.
Do you check before you throw it? in the
Yeah.
toilet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta see how much I got left to
yeah.
go.
Yeah. You have to check.
I got to know what I'm up against.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, oh, I stood up too soon.
There was a little nugget hanging out.
Oh yeah, now it's pressed in there and it's ready to go. You know what I think it is? Because when I was like a little baby, I didn't wipe my own ass. You know what
Yeah.
I had to do? I had to stand up and turn around so my parents could wipe it for me.
Amen.
And I think maybe like that's just in my brain now, where it's like I stand up and turn around, and then I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm a grown man facing the toilet.
I
now.
have never shat and then stood up and turned all the way around to wipe my
180
I've
degrees.
never.
Well, I think the turning around is about now you just toss it right into the toilet. It's not like, because you stand up and wipe, and then you're just like, what, you can look at it and just drop it behind you?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
that's exactly.
Yeah,
what
that
you
makes
That's
sense.
what normal
Oh.
people do. We're the weird
Oh.
ones.
do. Yeah, you guys are fucked up.
Oh, damn.
Normal people don't even stand.
I did like a hook
They
shot,
just
I
they
guess.
just reach under and do a little wiping and then drop it right
I
there
have
and there.
never.
No, you
reached
don't go
You
under.
don't. You don't reach
You
under.
don't go
No,
under.
you
You go.
fucking. You do one of these.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
You
the
just
reach
tilt.
under like wins the vote for what most people do.
No, because if you're
For
going under,
women,
you're going to be bringing it
probably.
towards the balls. Why would you do
I
that?
have a nut bag in front.
How
of
far could you reach?
The anus hole.
True.
I could probably barely reach my taint right now. I can't get my asshole, and then you're dragging it towards your balls. It's a recipe for
What
disaster.
kind of monkey wiping are you doing?
What
Like,
kind of wiping are
You're
you doing?
talking
Are you just
about-
like, boop, oh, I'm done.
Hey,
Done
I'm
wiping.
not the guy that reaches under,
you're
but
talk-
this guy's talking about.
You
like,
said it.
I
You
don't
said
think
reach
guys
under.
reach under.
I don't.
I
have
really think
never.
you're thinking of women pissing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're thinking
what
of
do
yeah. That's what
Like,
you're
that's
thinking
what
of.
women pissing do because they.
Nah, this stuff has been put to online votes, man. I guarantee you, man.
No one reaches under.
No man reaches under.
What makes it so hard to believe that you'd reach under? That because you get poop on
You
your balls?
have, yeah.
And your,
What do
and
you-
your dick's rubbing across your arm. Like, there's so many things.
There's
that
so
are,
many
like,
bad
weird about it.
things. Also, just like way more effort.
Way more effort. Like, I think they're putting in too much effort. I think standing up is easy.
I do
but
too.
saying
Well,
go
no.
under, that's a lot of effort.
I stand up. I don't stand up like completely erect. I'm like like erect.
I can't not laugh at it.
But like, you
You're like a
you like
half.
go like crooked, but you're like, and then
Move your mic right now and show me. What
Okay,
you're
I'll
doing.
show you. 1 minute. It's like you're
All right, Jordan.
like this.
All right,
Jordan's
And then
standing up right now.
You get the toilet paper while you're
He's
sitting down.
motioning
Yeah.
getting the
fold it,
toilet paper.
Fold it,
Fold it.
and then you go
fold.
like this.
Why? Why are you doing this to your knees?
Why would I do anything else?
You just if
Wait,
you stand
hold
up
on.
the
Now I'm
rest
trying
of
to
the
think
way.
what I do. I don't know if I.
No, like
let me show you
if you
exactly
stand
what I
up,
do.
no,
This
wait.
is fucked
If
up.
you stand up the rest of the way, your butt cheeks are gonna clench together. You're just gonna
Yeah.
smush
Stand-
all
I
that
think
shit.
you're right.
all
I
the
don't
way
think I
up?
stand all the way up now.
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
Wait, well, now I gotta do this, dude. Hold on.
I know exactly how I should, so I don't have to do this.
Shit.
And then I sit back down and finish.
I don't think I turn around. Actually.
So why did you say
I
that?
don't think I turn around. It doesn't feel right.
How do you not know what you
And
do?
then yeah, you know what? I do bend, but I bend my knees and then backward to like.
That's
You
that's
look like
that's
you're going
dangerous.
to
You might
limbo.
fall backwards.
Yeah, you look like you were going for a limbo.
I don't understand why you guys stand up.
See, if you stand straight up, all that shit that you haven't wiped yet,
You're just
it's all just
mashing
gonna
it.
mash it
You're just
together in your butt
mashing it
cheeks.
back-
That's
back
like
into your
twice
asshole.
the amount of wiping you
You
gotta
are
do.
so wrong. You are so wrong. I'm not like standing up and then clenching tight like I'm about to jump
Regardless,
off
your
into
butt
a
cheeks are
river.
still touching. You got to keep that shit spread until you get
How
that
how
area
big is
clean.
your asshole?
It depends on
Because
the
if
dump
I
just took.
if I stand up, my ass cheeks are touching each other.
Yeah.
My ass cheeks are touching all the time unless I'm purposely spreading them apart.
I don't. This is just
My
getting
ass cheeks
fucked
aren't
up.
touching
This
right
is
now.
getting
I
weird.
think you know what? We can just put this one to rest.
We're never gonna agree because you're wrong. You're fucked up, and no one wipes from the front. Not one fucking person.
There's a lot of people in the world, Dave. That's quite a statement to make.
I don't.
Yeah,
think
well, I just
you-
did it.
Whatever poll you read, I think you read it.
It was a
incorrectly.
joke. It was a joke.
No, it was a Reddit thread, and it was a pretty popular one. And the majority of people sat and wiped while they were sitting. Then second place was squatters like these
Yeah,
two,
like-
and third place was standers like us.
But I think like what sitting meant was like you still like hike
Yeah,
up on
like
one-
that.
You shove your hand
I
behind
do that.
your
I do
butt
that
and you wipe.
50% of the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes I
Not
stand up
through
a
the
little bit.
front, but rather like
Yeah.
you just kind of like.
No one
Stop
wipes
staring
through the
at me.
front. Nobody wipes from the front.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
No one.
I'm gonna start wiping from the front.
I
You'll be
dare
the
you to.
only person on Earth.
I'm the only guy that does a 180, anyways.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong
Yeah,
with you?
I said I did, but I don't.
You're pulling
Why
Tony
did you
Hawk
say
tricks over
that?
there in the bathroom.
Why did you hear that and you're like, yeah, I totally do
Well,
that.
everything was so similar. It was like it was me talking.
Except for that you don't do it.
Yeah, I know. It just felt right.
It was identical to what I do, except for the things that I didn't do.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
What the hell are you drinking?
Vanilla cream soda by Goose Island.
Goose Island makes that really?
Craft soda.
It's really
Oh.
good.
So, do you think that craft cigarettes will ever be a thing? Or do you think vaping is just going to blanket that whole thing?
I
know,
think
'cause-
vaping's on the way out actually.
Really?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
Because they're
I
coming
see
out with
them so much.
they're coming out with studies and everything that like the soldering, the stuff that you solder the battery to and everything that's actually getting into your lungs.
Oh wow, you're right.
Fuck.
Tobacco with all of its marvelous things is much better for you.
It
That's a lot
probably
better
is.
than metal shavings flowing into your lungs.
It's probably just as bad for you.
Yeah.
If you
But
breathe
wait.
shit in that you're not supposed to breathe in,
Yeah.
it's bad for you.
anything
I don't
other than
think
oxygen. Is
I don't
bad.
think vaping will go away, but I think like just like the cigarette introduced the filter, they'll change vaping some way.
it could
It'll
end
be
up
fine.
being like it was in The Fifth Element, where almost the entire cigarette was filter, and it was like just like a little bit of cigarette at the end. You remember that?
No, I don't.
The one that Bruce
actually.
Willis was smoking at the beginning. It was like 3/4 filter, and
That's
there was
a
like
hilarious joke that I never caught. I swear to God.
that.
I
That's
never
what his
noticed
cigarette
that.
was. They like pointed it out, like camera, cigarette pack, this long ass filter, short little.
Dude, I get it.
You don't have to get angry.
I'll just do it right now. I'm just gonna start getting angry. I'll just.
Jeez Louise.
I'm tired right now.
I love that. That's Dave's slogan.
Jeez Louise.
Jeez Louise.
What were we talking about before that?
Craft
LA
heroin.
Oh,
Beast.
but craft.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like everyone's gonna start making their own flavors or combining flavors or whatever they got, and blah, blah, blah. It makes sense that would go that way.
Cherry menthol cigarettes.
Yeah.
New spring flavored cigarettes.
What about craft heroin?
They already do that.
Well, yeah,
Homebrew heroin.
yeah. I guess it is a pretty specific blend. And
You gotta try Jimmy's heroin. It's the best. It reminds you of winter.
What are these flavors?
it's cooked down with pencil shavings and
To get that real oaky taste.
Yes.
through your veins. It takes through.
It has a very woody scent to it. It's because I just crunch up number 2 pencils in it.
Heroin. People like that shit.
I don't know why.
I'm sure it's awesome.
Yeah, because it's probably
A heroin
great. Are you kidding?
connoisseur.
Like, It's probably the best feeling in the fucking world.
Yeah, but what happens is you get high once and then you don't get high anymore. So you just keep trying to get high, basically.
I've been there.
Why would you
Right.
keep doing it? What?
Because it's like the best high in the world the first time you do it.
Do you
And
think
then you
that's true
want
with
to
highs?
and then you just get sick after that and you want to get
Oh.
high again.
Gotcha.
You think
What?
that's possible about all highs? Like maybe you just don't remember the first one well enough?
No.
Like-
Cuz I get drunk a lot and it's pretty much exactly the same drunk every time.
Yeah. Depending on like what you're drinking.
Yeah.
What about like
Unless I don't drink for like 2 months, and
what
which
about other
doesn't
highs?
fucking happen.
or other like first time moments in your life? Do you think those are better because it's your first time?
No.
The first time I jacked off was the best time. I'm still chasing that high.
I don't remember the first time that I jacked
I
off.
was such a bad masturbator my first time. I didn't know what I was doing.
It took me. I think it took me like 45 minutes.
What?
It
Yeah.
was like my first time messing with a computer. I was like, I don't even know. Like,
Yeah.
it's a mystery to me.
I
crazy.
made sure. Like,
Kyle
it
has
was
a
like
look on his face like, I don't know what you're talking about. It was awesome the first time I did it. I knew exactly what I was doing.
No, first time.
I
Well, the
came
first time
all
I
over the
did it as
place.
a kid, I had never seen porn beforehand or anything like that. So I literally
I hadn't
didn't know what I
either.
was doing.
I hadn't either
I was
because
like a monkey or a dog trying it out for the first time and just like humping my hand. It was
Yeah, it's very like it was based off the sensation, not necessarily
exactly.
The
I was like,
substance.
I don't even
So
know
you're
what
like
I'm
you
doing.
you were like doing it, but you didn't know
Mhm.
like what you were doing.
It was
What-
really weird.
What am I
remember-
doing?
I remember ejaculating, and it was more like pre-cum rather than like the cum.
I don't remember any of this, honestly.
Why do I
Coming
have to be
rules, dude.
It's the best part of jerking off.
Love coming.
It's like literally, yeah.
Literally every other part is awful.
Kind of sucks.
It's
yeah.
like you drink to get drunk, jerk off to come.
Yeah, dude.
It's philosophical.
Yeah. You think you could blue ball yourself from getting drunk? Where you just get really, really buzzed and you're like, no, that's it. I'm
No. You have
I don't
one,
ever let that happen.
I
You
gotta
have
go all
one
the way
beer
to
and then
the-
you just walk away.
It's like,
That's
it's like
right.
edging for drinking.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, all right.
That was close.
All right, I'll do that again tomorrow.
You're about to have a great night, and then you're just like, I gotta go, guys.
That sounds like you every time you hang out. You fucking pussy.
It's like you're building up to that great moment where it's like, all right, the party's getting started. Yeah, I'm going to head home.
That's exactly what Kyle does.
That's not true.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna come over and drink. He has 3.5 beers, and we force him to drink the rest of the 4th beer, and then he's like, yeah, I gotta, my room has to warm up before I go to sleep. I got stuff
You
to
use
do
that on
tomorrow.
YouTube?
He uses
Yeah,
that
it's-
excuse
it's
on me
the
all the
fucking
time.
Such a
truth.
fucking bullshit excuse.
It's
if I'm
so
out past 1, I'm having a problem because.
Okay,
I
so
still
before
gotta
you
spend
go
an
out
hour
at night,
like
turn
how
the
Kyle
heat
doesn't
on in your
use
room, and then
blankets.
when you
I
come
can't
home.
waste too much energy. I feel bad.
I like how Kyle can't use
It's one thing if
blankets.
I was paying for the electricity, but I'm not. So
Yeah, well,
You
use
could.
a fucking blanket.
I do. My blankets are so cold.
My name is Kyle.
Put
and
it-
I need my special room temperature.
I do.
Have you ever thought about this? Put your blankets in a different room before you leave, and then bring
That's-
them into your
now
room.
you're just being crazy.
You're a fucking
That
idiot.
sounds reasonable.
Put it.
How about you do what I do and you toss your blanket in the dryer for about 20 minutes?
Or
I'm just like gonna not worry about it.
Or you
because
could just
it's gonna
do
warm up,
this.
so
grow some balls.
Ooh. Deal with it.
Fair enough. Like, listen, see, it's all subjective though because it's just something I enjoy. I like walking into like a really warm room and going to bed. Like that's what I enjoy, and that wouldn't
Alright,
happen
yeah,
even
fuck
if my
up.
parents,
Yeah.
like, even if my room did heat up well. You know what I mean?
Is that something that you need every night, though? You selfish
Maybe not
pig?
necessarily, but what is wrong with that?
It's selfish.
What is wrong with having a ritual?
It's selfish.
It's selfish for me to have a ritual.
Yeah, it's a selfish ritual. It's only about you. It's like we're like, hey, Kyle, hang out with us, have a good time. And
You're
you're
like,
like,
"Yeah,
no,
actually."
I have a ritual.
Yeah.
You're like a heroin addict.
Yeah,
I wish
you're
it felt
chasing
that
them
good.
shavings, those pencil shavings. That's what you're doing right
There
now.
you go.
Let's call back.
I also like waking up when it's super cold. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
Idiot.
It's like the opposite of me because I like going to bed when it's really cold and like having a warm blanket, and then waking up and everything's warm.
Fair enough.
What?
Cold provides for a better
That was
sleep, though.
an agreeing snap.
That was an agreement snap.
No, really. you
Oh,
should-
that was an agreement snap. Yeah.
I mean, at least like during the majority of your sleeping, though, you're supposed to be colder.
Yeah, you are.
Why?
That's
Yeah.
the heat was off of my house. Remember that when I told you about that?
Yeah.
The heat was off of my house. I didn't know it. It was like 52 degrees in the house, and I still had my fan on in my room blowing on me, and I slept like a baby.
maybe
I like
your
sleeping
baby
in
should be
cold.
put in cold rooms then to help him sleep.
Put them in the freezer.
That's
Throw them in a fucking freezer.
special tip to all you new parents out there: put your babies in the freezer.
Throw that
Sleep
idiot
like
in the
a rock.
freezer.
literally sleep like a rock because they'll be frozen solid.
Yeah,
Joke brought
man.
to you by Jordan.
You said put them in the freezer.
Yeah, I did. Like
Craft
coffee.
babies.
Craft babies.
This baby reminds you of winter.
Is that kind of like when you like, because you can like, aren't there certain ways to getting pregnant where you can kind of pick what your baby is? You know what I mean?
I think they're still working on that, like,
Genetics?
scientifically.
Oh, okay.
But that is a good idea. Like,
But can't you kind of affect the sex? Like maybe it's not 100%, but isn't there like a way to kind of predict the sex?
I guess.
I think
mean,
that
they can
there's like nutritionalists and they say like the certain foods you eat might influence it like before you have sex. Like if you eat like a certain amount of protein or something,
No,
you
it's all on
yeah.
the man's sperm at that
Yeah.
point because they're all like
Yeah, that's
man's
true.
sperm is all carrying an X and a Y and it's about which one gets in there. I don't know if maybe there's like some kind of like amino acid or something you could eat that would help block the X from getting in, so that way you're guaranteed a boy or vice versa.
All right.
But it makes sense that such a thing would be possible. I mean, we know how.
Do you think it should exist?
No.
See, that's the question. Is like if you were allowed to pick those kind of things about your baby, would you?
No.
Like, would you just roll the dice?
Can I
Who
give
knows
it?
what you-
Can I give him a big dick?
Dave, what about
'Cause I
this?
would.
What?
What if they could guarantee your baby wouldn't be born with any sort of mental or physical disability?
It's just
Yeah,
Gattaca.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
You would take that?
Yeah, probably.
What are the side? What are the like? There's always got to be fucking.
No, there's
some
no side
precautions.
effect. The side effect is just that you have to live
Like,
with
it
the
could have
fact.
autism.
Well, the side effect is just you have to live with the fact that you chose to manipulate how your child would be born.
I have no problem with that.
No problem, manipulating the child to guarantee that it would be born without physical or mental disabilities, even though, there's nothing wrong with people like that, right?
Oh shit! Didn't even
But-
think about that side of it. Damn.
See, that's the idea is like you're already picking and choosing the
Well,
way that you want your child to be.
I wouldn't.
Then why draw the line there?
'Cause
And
I
wouldn't
not
go
say, I
so
want it to be a white
'cause-
person with blonde hair and blue eyes and be
Because
attractive.
that's selfish.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that there's nothing wrong with mental or physical disabilities because there is. I'm pretty sure you walk up to any person that has mental or physical disabilities and you're like, "Hey, your parents could have influenced you to not have those."
That's fucked up, dude. Because like I know some of these people and they're completely fine. They know one way of life and they fucking enjoy
Well,
it.
yeah.
You're being selfish at the point that you don't want to raise a kid with.
That's not
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I'm saying it should be up to the person who is being born. So, in a sense, yes, natural births.
Okay. But
I'm gonna agree with natural birth. Actually, I'm gonna take back my answer.
but who are you leaving it up to at that point? God,
You're leaving it up to nature.
natural. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. What?
But why?
How we've been evolving for the past,
We
200 millennia.
All right,
Listen,
so
I agree
so,
with that to a certain extent, but we also avoid the acts of nature by all costs
Mhm.
in everyday life.
like vaccines.
Yeah, do you want your kid to like not have any vaccinations?
Oh, here we
because
go.
That's
Well, I don't know. I haven't done the research on it. So I don't know.
Oh Jesus.
I don't know.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
What?
Ugh.
I
the
don't know.
research is there's nothing fucking wrong with vaccinations.
Oh, Jordan, don't tell me you believe that Facebook bullshit.
I'm not believing any Facebook anything. I don't have kids. I don't know.
Well,
I'm pretty
Alright,
sure
so
I
this
don't
is my
have any
answer.
kids.
unless Trisha
All right,
had a
Dave,
kid.
You
have an
just
answer?
you come in a vagina and then hopefully you don't ever have a baby. But if you do, it's fine. Hopefully.
Better be fucking with me.
All right, what about this? What about some sort of disease or addiction, like a heroin baby? Would it be okay to go in there and mess around and make sure that baby was born without a heroin addiction?
Well, your
Possibly,
first
yes. That's
that
extenuating
usually comes from
circumstances.
parents though. So
Well,
Yeah, you
sometimes
shouldn't do
physical
heroin.
disabilities can be. What if there were deaf parents, like from a genetic disorder, that could be passed on to the child? Would it be
Then
worth it
that's-
to go in and genetically fix the?
I think those are the proper
possibilities
people
of
to make
deafness?
that decision.
Yeah.
If they know how hard life has been being deaf, if they think it's hard, I should say.
All right. What about the
Then maybe
reverse
not.
then? What if their baby was born able to hear? Does that give them the choice to say, no, I want to make sure my baby's deaf?
Well,
I don't know, man. This is getting fucked up.
I'm just
it's a
saying,
good
like,
question.
Like
Question.
at that point, you're like, no, they can choose if their baby can be deaf or not deaf. So then let's say the doctor takes
Well, then,
a peek
okay,
in
how
there and
about-
he goes, okay, yeah, it's going to be a male. It's going to have this color hair. It's going to be like this. And by the way, he's going to be able to hear. And they go, no, change that. Make him deaf.
I don't think any parents would ever do that though.
Yeah. Any.
So you're saying
Well,
that the
any
deaf
s-
parents would always want to make the child able to hear?
Yeah.
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 Why would they?
So then let's take that back to the disability part. What's different from that than some sort of genetic disability that causes them to be a paraplegic or have a mental incapability of doing something else.
I'm
like
not
hard-
saying that they should be able to be like, yeah, make him hear. I'm saying they shouldn't be able to say, like, if the doctor's like, he's going to be able to hear, and they're like, no. Like, I think that's a whole different story.
Well, I don't want him to hear. You know, really the question is, can I give my kid like 2 extra arms? Because that'd be sick.
You want a Goro boy?
Yeah, dude.
Goro baby.
You know how much shit you can get done?
All right. One last deep
Can I
question.
not have a kid?
One last deep question.
All right.
Enough of the physical and the
Goro,
science
forget
stuff.
about that fucker.
Let's go to like a creative and sort of questionable area of science. What if you were able to basically program your baby's brain to make him interested in something? Like, my baby will want to be a lawyer. My baby will want to be a doctor. Or my baby won't want to smoke heroin. They're creative or life direction.
Again, you're altering the natural progression of
You
life.
wouldn't want to make
No,
sure that your child
I
wouldn't be attracted to committing crimes.
No,
or
because that's up
smoking
to you.
heroin?
That's your job after they're
That is
born
your
to
job
get
to
them
raise
interested
them.
in things. That's
It
your
is
job
true.
to tell them, yeah, science is
might,
good.
Well, you might
yeah,
be able to control what
reading
they're
is good.
interested in, but you can surely point them in the right direction. That's what fucking parenting
Yeah,
is.
that's parenting. Now you're
Yeah,
just
if you can just program them, then just
Yeah.
what's the point of
yeah.
No,
just
I'm
have a
talking
kid? And
about-
you're like, hey, you're not gonna. they
You're-
do the
yeah,
thing in the
you're
brain,
not
they're like,
gonna do-
never gonna do anything wrong, so you don't even have to pay attention to the fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Stupid
I'm
ass
talking,
fucking kid. Fuck that kid.
I feel like a lot of Americans would like this.
They
idea.
would love it.
I think it's undeniable that some people are born with certain artistic abilities.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that you can bestow those upon someone.
Oh,
I would never do that. I would never.
You would never
Well then,
make
okay,
someone
okay. Then
creative?
what's
No,
the end game?
because
then?
it's
the end
awful.
game. You'd have to have a certain number of people that they're allowed to make as artists, or a certain number of people that they have to make scientists and doctors.
Yeah.
They'd have to control those numbers. That's just
Why would they have to control those numbers?
because let's say like half of a generation decides to be artists and the other half decides to be lawyers.
Then
Well,
it's
then you're
gonna
having
be the
entire
70s or
generations
the
of artists
90s.
and lawyers.
It doesn't. I don't think
Okay,
that there would
you're-
be any sort of regulation.
What
on it.
if they came out with that today, and then what do you think 90% of America would want their children to be?
I don't know.
A musician or an artist?
Really?
Why?
Yeah.
No, you don't make
I would
money
want my
doing
kid
that.
to be a mathematician or a scientist.
Think about the intelligence level of America today.
Oh, here's Jordan on his high rock,
I'm not on my high rock. I'm stupid too.
a humble high rock.
I think everyone
Everyone's
is just
dumb,
as stupid as they
including me.
used to be. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But think
I
about
know.
it.
I think people are way smarter than they used to be.
Well, yeah.
personally.
They'd want their children to be well off, and the best thing to do to be well off in the modern world is artist, actor, musician,
What?
I
yeah.
really challenge
to make
you.
millions and millions of dollars.
Which a small percentage of make that money.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No,
It's a
I-
tiny percentage of
I
people that are
honestly
artistic make
challenge
money.
you to take a survey
Nothing.
and ask a bunch of people in neighborhoods that you think might aim for their children to be a musician and say, if you could have your child grow up to be anything, what would he be? And I think you will be surprised the number of people that will say the president or a doctor or a
Yeah, I think-
policeman like
I
my
think-
dad or
I
something
think
like that.
I think doctor would be a big one.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, like, you can't beat just the natural progression of, going through life and finding out what you like.
Yeah, you gotta put it in like in our way. Like, would we have preferred to be genetically?
Here's the other thing. No, here's the other thing.
Yes.
If a baby programmed that way wouldn't know.
No, I know.
Yeah, but if
you-
someone came up to
but
them
we
and was like,
appreciated that experience though.
you were already
no,
predestined to do that.
Imagine someone walked up to you, Kyle, and said, Kyle, when you were born, we actually programmed into you that you would enjoy filmmaking and you would want to be a filmmaker of some sort as you got older. And would you go, how dare you? My life's been a lie. Or would you go, thanks, I've really enjoyed all this?
Because you were programmed to
It's
enjoy
tough,
it.
man. Yeah. It's tough because, like, like I probably wouldn't regret. Obviously, like, whatever. I'm here.
Yeah.
But I would definitely question, like, damn.
I could be making money right now.
Yeah. Whereas, like, right now, I look like everything happened for a reason. Like, I'm at where I'm at because of the choices I made, the people in my life, whatever. To feel then that was like genetically modified for it to be that way.
Where they
Feels-
wanted
feels a
you to
little
go that
fucked up.
direction?
Yeah. Feels a little fucked up. Like, so you have a moment of existential crisis, but like it's not like I'm gonna turn my life around and like go to med school.
No, I know.
Because you couldn't, because you're not programmed that
Because
way.
you weren't programmed that way, yeah. If they came up to you and said, you were
Damn.
supposed to be a doctor, we fucked up somewhere. And then you'd be like, fuck you, I do what I want. But Yeah, because you were programmed to be a film student. Now you're always going to be a film student.
Programmed to be fucking poor the rest of my life.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you, Jordan?
Yeah, what's it like not being fat?
You're
I don't
the
know. I
only one
eat
here.
whatever I want.
No, what if someone told you, you were genetically modified to
Be a Navy boy.
not know what the hell you're gonna do with your life?
I'd say you did a damn good job.
Let's get off these I don't want to call them hot button issues.
Let me
Yeah,
be
they're
clear.
not
Let's
really-
pose a question that's we don't have to deal with man versus.
Let me be
nature.
clear for a second.
I don't see
Yeah,
these
like-
questions as
Wait, hold on,
controversial.
let Dave talk.
I'm talking about these things for the sake of the podcast, but in reality, I don't give a fuck about any of them.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
No offense to
No,
your
it's
topics.
greatly appreciated that you actually talk about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't see these questions as controversial, if that's what you're getting at.
I don't mean that they're controversial necessarily. It's just,
Abortion.
we're just dealing with bullshit.
Dave's right. We should talk about abortion now.
We're dealing with
Abortion,
shit that we don't need to talk
Obama,
about.
and
Are you pro-life,
I'd rather talk about
pro
abortion.
pro-choice?
Ew, really?
Yeah,
or
at least there's,
pro-abortion?
a fucking real stance on that.
I'm pro-abortion.
I like things that people don't have real stances on because it makes it easier to talk about it.
I know, but it's such a real topic in the year 2045. You know what I mean? It's just
No,
it's based in reality. It's just
no,
we're not there yet to
that's-
really properly make a judgment.
That's what I like about it because when,
okay.
when bullshit like religion and politics and abortion comes up, it's people are just so already made up and decided that it's not worth talking about at that point because it's two people talking about something they already have all these ideas on.
Yeah, you'll know.
I like talking about things where things are still up in the air and points can be made that make you go, you know what, that's right, or you know what, that's not right. I like talking about those things.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Absolutely. You're right. You're
Like,
right.
how do you think the world's gonna end?
I know your answer.
What's your answer?
Well, let's get to everybody else's answer first.
I don't know if I have an answer.
2 billion years from now,
I don't care.
That's not how. That's when.
I don't
when the
give a
sun
fuck.
expands, it'll
Oh,
just explode.
That's interesting. You don't think we'll be done before then?
I don't.
Due to,
I don't
man-
think anything that man can do right now can actually destroy the planet as a whole.
I should clarify. I
that's-
mean the
no, wait,
extinction of the
wait.
human race.
That's
Okay, yeah.
bullshit right there, though.
What?
Because we are clearly destroying this planet on a daily basis.
I mean, destroy the planet as a whole. As
oh, you're saying Earth will still be here, but we may.
It might not be inhabitable.
We'll be
Okay.
gone.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
No.
Yeah,
yeah.
extinction of the human race.
Oh, we're talking about extinction
no
of the
more
human
humans.
I think it'd have to be a crazy fucking disease because I think we will get off this planet.
Mhm.
It would just have to be something that would kill any humanoid.
You still
that we
think we'll
know.
get off this planet with how little funding space exploration's getting?
I would say.
I mean, they made it to
I would
the
say a
moon
meteor.
for, barely space in a decade, and we've never been back to the moon.
Yeah.
It's there's so little funding into space exploration. I'm of the belief that we may be stuck on this rock for a very long time because of how little people
I
care
mean, I
about
agree,
trying
but
to
I
get
wasn't
off it.
talking about length of time.
Yeah, I guess yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's fair. No, go into what you think's going to kill the entire human race.
That's it. I don't just
He said
virus.
just
That's
disease?
all. Yeah.
You said disease too.
I'd probably.
You guys are back in disease.
I'd probably say disease.
Destroy the human race as a whole.
Yeah, all humans dead.
I would.
What caused
I
it?
would say a massive meteor strike before a disease.
On that topic, sorry, I don't mean to get off topic.
No,
But
please do.
A couple years ago, I listened to Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
And he talked about some fucking asteroid that has a name start or meteor. Sorry, that has a name starts with A. So that doesn't really help, I know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna hit in the Pacific Ocean in 2023. You know what? I'm paraphrasing because I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But we're gonna see it in 1 year, and then 7 years later, it's gonna have wrapped around the sun and come back and hit in the Pacific Ocean
Mm-hmm.
and flood a majority of California.
Good.
Now,
The-
So-
a lot
sorry,
of those
Jordan.
are
I don't know how
estimations.
accurate
Sorry,
that-
Jordan. I
okay,
just
sure.
don't like surfers, man.
I'm going back there.
I know it's I know, but
Well, I'm gonna
coming from
miss you.
him, I just take it a
It's
little more
alright.
seriously than I would reading a thread.
I'll have fun on
Yeah.
the way out.
Just I don't know.
Just
And
surf
it's
that
all based off
wave, dude.
calculations that could.
I'll just
be
get a
inaccurate.
scuba tank and then I'll chain myself to a tree as the waves coming in.
It's not
I'll-
gonna matter because you're gonna be fucking in Illinois.
I think I remember
could
that
be in
speech
Illinois.
because he talked about how we'll have plenty of time to repair and
Chillinois.
evacuate, and everyone will get out of there, but there will still be a bunch of idiots wanting to surf it.
Oh yeah, they can die. I don't care.
No, that was his joke at the end. Was don't worry about it though. We'll have plenty of time to get people out of the way. It won't cause any harm anywhere else, but there will still be plenty of deaths of idiots not wanting to leave and wanting to surf it.
But think of how many people might actually survive surfing the wave though.
I think it'll be none.
Yeah, I would go with definitely none.
That might think about it. If someone actually survives surfing that wave, that That would be the most intense thing ever.
No, that's 100 times a barrel in Niagara Falls. Like, that ain't happening, bro.
It wouldn't come in like a normal wave. It would come in like, I don't know,
Like a death wave.
like a wall of water. That's it.
Yeah. You ever surfed a wall?
Mm-hmm.
You ever surfed a wall? Mike, how do you think the world went?
You know. Nanobots.
Explain yourself.
Nanobots are very, very tiny robots. Simple
Yeah.
designs. Like, oh, this tiny robot just goes around and just collects oxygen, or this tiny robot goes and builds these kind of molecules. And, like, they're very, very small, the size of molecules, so they're smaller than your cells. And these nanobots will be designed with one purpose, to cure all disease and cancers. They'll be designed to go after those cancerous cells and those bad bacteria and viruses and all those kind of things, and tear them apart and actually build new nanobots out of what they tore apart. So basically, you just get one injection of these nanobots. It seeks out every cancerous cell, every harmful bacteria, and every deadly virus in your entire body. And each time it finds one, it makes more of them. So it makes it easier for them to find the other ones. It's going to be a one-stop shop injection that cures all your problems, and there's no downside. Your body's heat will be what gives the nanobots energy, and they'll be completely harmless to your body because they're so small. It's not like they can clog arteries or anything like that. They would literally slip through the artery wall. They're so small. So you would just get a shot of nanobots, and you never have to worry about any disease for the rest of your life. But then the problem happens.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Well, nanobots would obviously have very short lifespans, or they have quick generations where, one nanobot creates another nanobot, and then 2 becomes 4, and 4 becomes 8. And the generations will accelerate quickly, and all it takes is one nanobot to just make the next nanobot just a little bit different, just by such a small amount different. Then that nanobot makes a slightly different copy, and then that one makes another one, just another 1% off. So now we're 2% away from the original, and then 4%, and then 8%. And before you know it, you got a nanobot that's only half like the original in just like a year or two after so many generations of nanobots have been made. And it wouldn't be long before just one of these nanobots, and we're talking you get like 1 million of them in one injection, and then your body produces trillions upon trillions. And with millions of people getting these in humanity, we're talking insane amounts of nanobots being generated. Only one has to hunger for human flesh before the entire human race is killed. Just one nanobot has to eat your skin or your bone or your vein and make another nanobot that's hungry for that vein or that skin or that bone. And before you know it, you're just eaten away. You become a pile of gray goo. And that gray goo, any one nanobot touches your skin, you breathe one in, one gets in your eye. Before you know it, he's replicating and he's eating away your body too.
It's interesting.
Yep. And then the whole human race dies.
I don't think that's going to happen, but it's interesting. Think it's a stretch. I think a disease will take us out first.
It technically kind of is a disease.
Oh
my god! I know, right? I mean, it's a man-made
Smoke
disease.
weed every day.
That's what's fucked up.
I'm gonna
what's
cut
fucked
that
up?
whole part out.
Of just you talking?
Yeah, and this is how it's gonna be. So go ahead and ask me again.
Mike, how do you think the world's gonna end?
Fart apocalypse.
Oh,
Ooh.
totally agree. I want to change my answer to fart apocalypse too.
I think
'Cause I
fart
think that's
apocalypse is the thing. Everyone's gonna
Scientifically
fart.
accurate.
Too many farts kills everyone.
That was another Star Talk episode.
I want to
actually.
change my
Fart
answer.
Fart apocalypse.
An Iggy Azalea concert.
I want to change
It's
my
gonna- It's gonna
answer.
destroy the world.
Yeah,
A Rolling Stones
Her booty,
reunion
She
concert.
is really awful.
her booty is going to shake the world apart.
Her ass ain't even that great.
She's really terrible.
She ain't no Nikki.
Damn. Are you guys going
Wow.
to see Chappie?
Yeah,
I
Jappy.
kind of want to.
yeah. Chappie looks great. Have you seen some?
I'm
of the
sure
new
it'll be
trailers?
terrible, but I want to see it.
Have you seen some of the new trailers where it's like advertising it as like an action film for everyone that wasn't liking the idea of an interesting robot piece?
You know, I haven't noticed
either.
that. No.
More of the recent trailers I've seen have had like really action-packed music and a voiceover that talks like this.
Awesome.
And like guns firing, and like the majority of the trailer is the action scenes. And I'm like, man, I remember the first trailer when like the first 30 seconds of it were devoted to a robot crawling out and saying the word watch, and it had inspirational music playing. And now it's like advertising itself as action schlock. It's just funny to me. Like, I'm still going to go see it, but it's just funny to me that they have this like 180 the campaign to try and get more people interested.
Have you seen the recent trailer for Avengers?
Yes.
You haven't?
I saw it at work, but I didn't really watch it. I just didn't want to work for 2 minutes.
It's
or whatever.
pretty cool. You get to kind of see Vision at the end,
I hate working.
and that's gonna be cool.
You see a vision?
Mm-hmm.
No,
You see
Vision.
a vision. At the end, you see a vision.
You see a Vision.
What kind of vision are we talking about, man?
Talking about
The hero, the Vision.
character Vision.
you know who
comic
the
hero.
Vision is?
No.
It's a robot. It's a robot that can move through walls.
Chappie.
His name's the Vision. Isn't it going to be Jarvis? That's what I heard. I heard Tony Stark is going to give Jarvis a body, and it's going to be the Vision.
I thought that's what Ultron is in a sense.
No, Ultron's what's his dick? The guy from Blacklist.
Oh, the actor?
No.
Are you talking about the actor?
Oh,
I thought Ultron
oh.
was based off of.
No, he's
Oh,
he's-
gosh,
different voice.
James
different AI.
Spader. James
Yeah,
Spader.
James Spader. Different AI, different voice.
But I thought you were saying like Ultron is like Jarvis gone bad.
Well, he's not Jarvis turned bad. He's a bad, an AI that's bad. Like, I don't think it's Jarvis
The
is going to change his voice and become
The
Ultron.
theory is
I
that
think Tony invents an AI that becomes Ultron, and it has.
the theory is that Tony Stark was experimenting with one of the Infinity Stones, and I guess it was the Soul Stone, and he used that. I think that's the theory going around that's what the movie's about, where he used the Infinity Stone to make Ultron, and it went bad, and and then Ultron develops his own artificial intelligence and just wants to wipe out all the human race.
Mm-hmm. Still, my favorite
I'm down for
trailer piece of all the Avengers Age of Ultron stuff was that little piece where they're all trying to lift Thor's hammer. I love
Oh,
that
yeah.
I
scene
see that
so
one.
much.
That was a cool.
You really need to look up that scene where they all try and lift Thor's hammer. It's a fun time. That's why I go to see those kind of movies, is for bits like that.
Yeah, because Captain America goes because they're all like joking. Captain America, he
Yeah,
goes,
like
hey
first,
Cap,
first
hey
Stark
Cap, you're
tries to
up. You
pick
try
up.
it.
No, it's
And
funny
then-
because explain the whole thing.
All right,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
First Stark goes up to try and pick it up, and he's like, if I get to pick this up, I get to rule over Asgard, right? And he's like, I will be a cruel and tyrannical leader. As he tries to like lift it, and it's not working, so he like has the little jetpack glove, try and like boost it back, and really try and lift it, and then like
And then Rhodey comes in, and they're
and
both
helps him
tugging
out.
on it.
Yeah, and then I think after that, like Hawkeye gives it a tug or something. He's like, yeah, that ain't lifting, and then Cap comes up, and Cap grabs it, and then he goes, huh, and it kind of goes grunt, and shifts a little bit, and it cuts to Thor's face, and Thor's like just like, oh shit, and then Cap's like, yeah, nah, too heavy, like that, and then just goes and sits down, and Thor's like, it's so
Wait,
great.
This isn't an Avengers 2 trailer?
Yep, it looks super cool
Uh-huh.
because that happens in the comic. Like, Cap is one of the guys that can pick up Thor's hammer.
Really?
Yeah, him and Beta Ray Bill and
Yeah, Beta Ray
Thor,
Bill,
and I
yeah.
think a couple other people have picked it up too.
I just heard a rumor that Beta Ray Bill, I have no idea who that is, but it's gonna be it could possibly make an appearance in the next Guardians.
He's
of
a
the Galaxy.
horseman.
Yeah, he possibly can make an appearance in the next Guardians.
I could see that. I could see that in
Because I guess
Guardians.
there's like some, not like, I don't want to call them like Easter eggs,
I
but
forgot.
there's been some hints.
Yeah, I forgot who told me, but like because they're trying to build up to the Infinity Saga or Infinity Gauntlet stuff, I was like, you can't do that without Warlock.
Infinity War. That's
Yeah,
what they're
you
doing.
need Warlock, no matter what. And I was like, and I can't see them introducing Warlock anywhere but the Doctor Strange movie. And someone goes, they could totally do Warlock in the Guardians too. And I was like, they could. Guardians is such a wacky fucking universe, even though it's the Marvel universe. The way they set it up is so wacky and out there and stuff like that. I could totally see Warlock showing up in the Guardians 2 movie as like, a prelude to Infinity War and stuff like that. I could totally see that. Do you know who Warlock is?
No.
Is-
I'm not even sure who Warlock is.
Yeah,
Oh,
these
he's-
conversations are gonna kind of just fall flat.
I'm not
Yeah, I don't
as
know what you
well
guys are
versed
talking
as I'd like to be in the Marvel universe.
Well, I did see that Power Rangers thing.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Shitty.
It's really awful.
It's so fucking awful.
Terrible.
It's
The acting's horrible. The concept's good.
I don't know how anyone sat through the first 30 seconds of it with that heavy breathing, flashing, and shitty battle sequences.
It was
in
really
between.
bad.
I don't.
The only reason I sat through any second of it is because my boss pulled it up and I didn't want to work for 15 minutes or however fucking long it is.
I started to get interested
I hate working.
at a couple points where I was like, oh well, that's interesting, and then it's like, no, we're gonna throw it all away and do stupid shit, and I'm like, all right then, throw it all away, do stupid
like-
shit.
In what fucking world does that make sense? The Power Rangers are these like fucking assholes. That's not what they are. It's like everything's like, oh, let's just give it a gritty spin. I'm so sick of that fucking shit.
No, I completely agree. Like that's the stuff that pulled me out of it when it's like Bulk and Skull show up and like just fucking blow someone's brains out and or like OD on heroin, or fucking Black Ranger is some
Like money was spent on this,
doesn't
and
make
that
any
is the
sense.
fucking problem.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Like there are better things for people's money to go to.
It's
Like
like, I like
everything
some
else.
of the things
Yeah,
that
cheeseburger.
happened in there. Like I feel like some of the things in there could have made a cool movie or a cool idea. Like the idea of like the one betraying the team and the war with the machines. Like the things that weren't Power Rangers related, I liked. It's the fact that they kept tossing in these shitty fucking Power Rangers with a dark spin and stuff.
Yeah,
in
it
there
just didn't make
that
it-
ruined it.
It's
It's like,
fucking dumb.
yeah, but don't forget this is Power Rangers, but it's dark. And I'm like, no, you're fucking ruining
And with
it.
that evil witch at the end, that was bad.
Yeah, Rita at the end, or when three guys take a shot at his
Rita at
head
the
and
end I
each,
kind of liked actually.
I didn't.
It was like I forgot that Rita exists. I should really talk closer to the mic. Not that it matters what the fuck I'm saying. Right
Prob.
I really like it.
Probably.
Stupid. It was all stupid. That I don't know how that first 30 seconds though. That's
I
that's
thought
a
there
trial.
was. I thought there was something wrong when I was
Yeah.
watching it. I was like, "Is this? What is this? I don't know."
It's like, why does it keep cutting to black every few seconds and have heavy breathing and it doesn't make any like. It's so bad that first 30 seconds. I would never.
I can't even remember the first 30 seconds.
You're
Go like
probably
this.
blocked-
Go like this.
Just imagine like loud noises are happening and shit's going on, but
This is
you're-
what happens. This is the cutting.
Oh, it's like an opening to a video game.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I know. What you're saying.
That is a disservice to all video games ever made.
No,
That's
I feel
true,
Like I've
but-
played a Call of Duty game that opened up like that. I'm not even talking about like modern fucking you can play online against your friends Call of Duty. I'm talking about like back on like your PS2 playing only campaign.
I'm
mission.
pretty sure every Call of Duty started like that.
Oh, okay.
No one's gonna debate you because it's so true.
We need to like wrap this up in the next 5. By the way.
What time is it?
All right. Well, we better say something
12:30.
funny then, because this has been
What?
a shitty podcast.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, you're not. I don't
It's
like
like-
you anymore.
It's like 11:55.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I mean 10:55.
10:55.
Okay, I was gonna be like, Jesus Christ,
Sorry.
we went 2 hours again.
No.
Speaking of Jesus Christ, what's all your guys' opinion on religion?
Let's not go there.
Don't care about it.
Thank you, Dave, once again.
I really don't give a shit about it.
All right. Enough about religion.
Oh fuck.
The abortion. We have to talk about abortions now.
Pro-abortion, not pro-life or pro-choice. Pro-abortion.
Yeah. I'm against abortion. I am for killing children. That's my stance. Wait until they come out.
I just think you should have the option to kill your child.
Okay,
until,
wait.
like,
I
age
have a
18.
different topic.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
I think
have a
abortion
different
should be
topic.
between ages 2 and 12.
Is it real?
Yes.
All right.
Different topic.
Shoelaces. Do you double knot them?
The Mars One project. The Mars One program. Do you think it's gonna happen?
What, sending a person to Mars?
Sending like 24 people to Mars to start a permanent Mars colony.
One-way trip for all 24.
Yep.
Who's doing it?
They already picked out the 100 finalists.
Who's they? Man, I don't know who fucking they is.
Mars One. They already picked out the project.
Okay,
The
who's-
company.
Who is
the
funding?
company.
Oh, so it's a company.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mars One.
Based where?
I think Holland, Sweden, something like that. I
Mhm.
think
Crazy.
I haven't been
Denmark.
following it too much.
Denmark. But
Okay.
yeah, they've already out of 200 people that just I think I put my application in back in like 2012. Out of all the people in the world
They
that,
didn't
that
call you?
no, they didn't. I'm upset
That's
about it.
bullshit, dude.
But
Because you have passion.
It's because he jerks off too much. He's wasting his sperm.
yeah, I know. In space, there'd just be like an entire space station just like sperm
They need a
floating
sperm
around.
colony, just like they had in Interstellar.
But
Nanobots.
Remember the Interstellar
But
sperm colony?
they-
It pulls out that tube.
there was
full of
like
sperm?
200,000 people throughout the world
No,
that put their
that was not.
application in. They're down to the 100 finalists, and now they're going to choose 24 people out of that 100 who are going to go on that mission.
A one-way trip.
One-way trip.
Yeah, you ain't
It'll
coming back
it'll
from
it'll
that.
be like 6 groups of 4 people, but the first group's supposed to leave in like 2024.
Here's what they should
I
do.
would have done 4 groups of 6.
Here, listen, you got your 6 groups of 4
I would
people.
never do any
They
of
should
it.
all land on different parts of Mars and be given weapons, and the last 4 standing are kings of Mars.
That's a fucking idea.
They get
Yeah,
to rule
what
the
a
planet.
great way to start a new civilization.
Apparently, they've been taking applications since 2012
It's gonna
Yeah,
peak so much.
yeah.
with the
I'm gonna
possibility
leave
of
all
this
the
shit
burps
not
in.
happening for
Good.
another 10 years.
Yeah, most of
12
the applicants right now are all like in their early 20s.
Yeah, because it's not going to happen for quite a while.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So, but like, it's so far away.
Yeah, they have to
So
plan
I
these
have to make
things
a
out really
decision
far
that,
ahead
that
of
like
time.
of something I'm gonna do in 12 years.
Yeah, what if
Yep.
they're just like, no, I don't want to anymore?
Yeah. Psych.
Then there's
Or what if nanobots
200,000
come by and
Call
just
number
fucking eat
25.
everyone?
There's 200,000
Fart
more people that'll
apocalypse
gladly
happens.
take your place. Me
What if
being
we
one of
lose
them.
them?
What do you mean? Well, then
What
they
if
go to number 78.
What
or
if they get to
whatever.
Mars and then like we just don't hear from them? They can like exist.
The same thing could have happened with Columbus when he set sail.
Did you guys
Bye,
ever,
Columbus.
did
Hey,
you
whatever
guys-
happened to that Columbus guy?
He left with a shit ton of our money.
Yeah.
He just went down to like Key Largo or something.
I think he went to Montego.
Jamaica off the
Ah.
Florida Keys.
No, but about people going and not coming back.
Sorry for yelling.
Nixon made a speech for if the people that landed on the moon got stuck on the moon. And it is a speech you guys need to read.
Really?
It has been called the best speech never given by some people.
Fuck you. This exists.
This exists, and it is available. It is a speech that was written by one of Nixon's staff members.
Challenge. You need to bring this in next week and read it.
All right.
I'm
That's
not
a good
shitting you
idea.
right now. I want to hear
Have
that.
you guys seen that Doomsday video or whatever?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It was supposed to
what
be.
plays if like?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've seen that. They need to really remake that.
Yeah, it's like really shitty.
Yeah.
and it's not good.
Really
I
back.
feel like, why the fuck isn't the TV working?
This is awful.
This isn't 1080p quality.
Yeah, this is
They should get
bullshit.
celebrities to make cameos. Like Tony Stark comes out like, "Hey everyone, we're gonna die!" Yeah.
I'm glad about this.
Yeah.
Celebrity.
Celebrity appearance.
I'm famous actor.
And I just want to let you all know you're going to die.
Would it be dated? It'd be so fun dated if it was like 80s actors, like famous 80s, like.
And they have like stars and squigglies and
Yeah.
stuff like that, like Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. Hey guys, I'm Screech. Like, it's like, and you're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're hearing this is no good, man. Bummer.
Super bummer, bro.
We never got to see the 90s. Who cares?
Yeah. Hey, all you
how
future
sad would that
cats
be?
out there. We're all gonna die.
This podcast got really dark, guys.
No, I think it's.
But I
think-
can't be kind of dark.
It's really
I like
dark.
Yeah.
Can't be kind of dark.
Are you afraid of the dark?
What's the meanest thing you've ever done to someone?
Dude, we don't have time for that fucking conversation.
Whoa, sounds like someone's dodging the
Yeah.
question. No,
Wow.
listen, I don't have time to go into the shit I've done. To
I think
people.
I think that's a really great question, and I think you need to save that. I just don't think it's like. I think we should wrap up.
All right, what's the nicest thing you've ever done to someone? That'll be a shorter list.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gave someone $2,000 once,
I was born.
and they gave me a truck.
Ooh. Ooh. One time a guy got his foot stuck in on a train platform between the train and the platform. As the doors were closing and the train was about to leave, and I pulled his foot out, like I pulled him out of it, and his shoe dropped to the ground, and he didn't even say thank you. Like he was mad about his shoe.
That's funny.
I would be, man.
Like that train was gonna fucking take off without him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like I don't know what would have happened. He wouldn't have like probably died, but his
But he-
ankle surely would have been fucking broken
Yeah, he
or
would have
something. You know
not.
what I
He would
mean?
not have been in a happy place.
Yeah.
His shoe would have been fucked.
Didn't
either
even
way.
say shit to me, man.
Idea here
He was
is
like mad
shoe
that I
was gone.
touched him.
Shoe was gone the
Yeah.
moment it got stuck.
I don't know.
So it sounds like that was the meanest thing you've ever done to someone. That guy was pissed.
Hey, you
That might have
fucked
been
up
kinda
his
mean.
day.
Yeah,
That might have
that
been-
guy was having a great day.
Oh,
he
a
just bought those
$200
shoes.
pair of shoes.
He was on his way to an important business meeting with those shoes.
Yeah.
And you fucked it up. He
They
showed up.
probably
at-
were expensive shoes, to be honest.
He showed up at the meeting with one shoe and got fired. You ever shown up to work with the wrong shoes on? You get fired.
Yeah.
I've done that a lot, and I've never happened.
I've never had a job where
You've never had a job, period, Dave.
I've had a decent amount of jobs.
He just
I
got like kind of dicky, but like it was good.
I don't get it though. I have like 2 jobs right now.
Yeah, what's one? Sitting
Idiot.
on your ass and jerking off?
Yeah. I'm
What's
so
your hourly
good at
wage
it.
for jerking off?
Fucking money?
Teaspoon.
2 comes an hour. I jerk off for minimum wage.
I jerk off for food.
I wouldn't.
What's our sign off, Mike?
I jerk off for minimum wage. No, I think the sign off should be something once again about talking. Like, that's enough talking for now. Or I'm done talking.
All right,
We're
shut the
done.
fuck up.
And that's all, folks.
And shut up. Shut up.
Shut